What item under $50 drastically improved your life? Curved shower rod. 11-pound capacity digital kitchen scale. For baking, cooking and correctly identifying portion sizes. A cheap microwave and coffee maker for my work van. I have an inverter for my tools that I use to run them. Hot coffee and hot lunches make a huge difference, especially on bad days. It's a small thing. A closet rod installed above my washer-dryer. And extra hangers. Now clothes get taken out of the dryer and put on a hanger right away rather than end up as a pile on the floor, or in a basket never to be properly put away. My apartment has like zero counter space. In reality only a total of 5 feet spread through 3 areas next to the sink and stove. I spent like $15 on a 4-foot table. That now holds all my kitchen stuff like toaster, distiller, crock pot, and instant pot. It has just enough room for all that. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Since it is a common question, the distiller is for purifying water. It boils water then collects the steam and condenses it back to water in a pot on the side. It is the exact same process as how to make stronger alcohol. But this is a higher temperature so it leaves behind solids that I clean out once a week. I like pure water and I get all my minerals from my foods. I enjoy cooking so I choose menu items that get all my minerals. A rubber bristled broom. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. And my house is all hardwood and tile. A regular broom just sends the fur floating everywhere, but my rubber broom keeps it all nice and tidy and easy to pick up. It works on my area rug and upholstered furniture, too. Shower chair. I've got a frocked up back and I initially got it for that, but even if my back was fine I'd still have one. They're so useful. If you shave your legs, you won't regret it. Hot water bottle. I live in cold Scandinavia and have chronic pain. It gets used pretty much all year around. My $9 pill organizer. Friends have laughed at me because it seems like an old people thing, but I've finally managed to stick to my meds. Yes. Ironically my ADHD is so bad I couldn't even get that done. To me this was a real life changer. Bonus points. I'm the only one who knows which day it is during the pandemic. Fluffy duvet covers. My bed was always cold but now it's not 12 for single 15 for double. A rice cooker and electric kettle. I used to sometimes eat rice and drink tea. I now eat rice and drink tea all the time. Solar power battery pack. Power went out during the hurricane and I was still up and running for 5 days. Amazon.com 25,000 mAh Hillucky compatible smartphones waterproof DP B07FMFGGNR. Edit. Words. Battery pack to charge your phone. We've all been in situations where having your phone on is super important, and not having to be tied to an outlet is even better. Gonna sound silly but a good set of 3 different sized stainless steel whisks. You would not believe how much easier making sauces and eggs are with these. Also a whiteboard to keep on the fridge. Makes it easier to note down what you are low on or out of. Edit. Also, a weighted blanket. Reduced my nighttime anxiety attacks by a lot. People are asking so the blanket is tranquility. Cool to the touch 20 pounds and the whisks are Mainstays brand. Earplugs. They saved my final exams in high school when my sister and her 1, 5 and 3-year-old kids tornadoed through the whole house. A wake-up light alarm clock. The light turns on gradually and wakes you up gradually rather than waking up to obnoxious beeping. Makes the start of my day more positive. Weighted blanket and/or a good pillow. Your sleep quality will improve. Being well rested has to be one of the few good things to happen to me in 2020. Affinity Photo on sale for $25. I could leave Photoshop and the whole Adobe Creative Suite nonsense behind me. No more monthly payments. Just these $25 once and I won the thing. Other thing was a used line tool for Acatex for $3. Normal price is $25. Making comic panels never was easier. 3 meters long charging cable. Something called the helping hand. It's basically a litter picker. Which was actually invented for the disabled by the way. I am disabled and a wheelchair user. My occupational therapist gave me this years ago to help me get things out of high-up kitchen cupboards etc. I still have it and it has been a life changer. Thanks Reddit for the impromptu $153 worth of life hack items I've just bought off Amazon at 4:38 a.m. A butter dish butter tray. Room temp butter always available. No more frocking with trying to spread hard butter out of the fridge. A heated blanket. Don't know how I ever survived winters before this. A coffee grinder. Buying whole beans and grinding them yourself gives infinitely better coffee than buying pre-ground. Rain-X. If there is one product I would sell door to door, this is it. Please don't let it come to that. A non-stick electric griddle. You can cook a bunch of stuff on that thing. Edit. Adding to the list, a coffee maker and a knockoff Yeti tumbler. You can save a crap ton of money that way. Pocket Swiss Army knife or multi-tool. I have two that I keep on my at all times and use them pretty much daily. Electric toothbrush. This one mechanical pencil that I bought in high school or earlier. I'll graduate college soon, which means I've been writing with the same pencil for somewhat 10 years. It fits perfectly between my fingers. I've kept a traditional diary since I was a kid, and it has become more and more important since hardly anything requires paper and a pencil today. So many memories from the happiest moments to the absolute worst have been written down using this pencil. I have a few other pencils as well, but they don't feel right, and eventually I'll put them away and return to my old friend. About 20 years ago I bought a 3 VHS tape set that showed me this guy, Sepp Holzer, doing pond and gardens and raising animals in a way far better than I imagined. It has been the core of my life ever since. Sheet suspenders. I toss and turn a lot and would have to fix the fitted sheet every morning. A $1 corkscrew that I keep in my car. The amount of times I have been the hero because of this you wouldn't believe. In my uni house of 4 long-haired girls, we had a sieve type thing that went over the plug hole which still let water through but caught all the hair to stop it from clogging the drain. Yeah, that definitely cost a lot less than a plumber or us losing our deposit. ETA, thank you for the drain snake recommendations. However, and unfortunately, I can guarantee that having one of these would result in me being chased around the house by my roommate brandishing a foot-long plastic tentacle with 2 months worth of hair, period, blood and bath bomb lumped onto the end of it, and I would not like to experience that. Headband headphones. It's like a thin elastic fabric band with thin Bluetooth headphones inside. Around 20 from the bald richest guy. So earplugs weren't enough to stop the random footsteps and furniture noises through paper-thin ceiling at night. But adding those to the set with random sleep music from YT drastically improved my sleep. 1. Shoe inserts. $2 has never made such a huge impact for my personal daily comfort. 2. Bed Geek. Personal massager. I've had it over a year and it's still working fantastically. 3. Panera Bread Caesar salad dressing. My so enjoys eating salads now. 4. Lettuce spinner. Say goodbye to soggy salads. 5. House plants, because having other living things inside brings joy into my life. 6. Rope hamper basket. We use a large one for our compost. Clothes. The clothes that have been worn already, but aren't dirty enough to wash, and aren't clean enough to fold and put away. This prevents clothes from building up all over the bedroom floor. 7. Porch hammock, to leisurely enjoy outside. A bidet. No more itchy, burny stinky butt. 80% reduction in toilet paper. Why did it take me so long to get one? Some $4 nose spray. I used to be a mouth breather. Now my nostrils are fully functional and I don't dream about suffocating anymore. Edit. I know I shouldn't use it regularly as it's bad for you and causes a type of addiction. I have spoken to my doctor about all of this and I use it as recommended by my GP. Thank you for the concern and other options of opening my airways. 2 items. A weighted blanket. They vary in price depending on the type, size, material you get. It drastically improved my sleep and it works wonders for people with insomnia, depression, anxiety, and nightmares terrors. Also, a satin sleep mask. If you have a source of light in your room that you can't get rid of, a sleep mask will block it out and make you sleep better. An electric kettle with temp control. I drink a lot of tea, and different kinds of tea need different temps of water. It boils water in 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how much water I put in. So much better than the stovetop kettle my roomie uses, and way better than trying to use a microwave. I am a teacher. A portable scanner. No need to find a photocopier. Spend time photocopying. Haul paper around and archive it straight to a memory card. Quick transfer to the computer. So much time saved. Edit. Many thanks for the suggestions of alternatives. I also have cam scanner, but I prefer my portable scanner because it is not vulnerable to hand wobble, orientation mishaps and poor lighting conditions. It gives a pure well-lit, well-oriented scan every time. Plus it switches between JPG, PDF and high-low quality at the press of a button. A decent pen. I don't understand how people go through life with crappy pens. A whiteboard. Get your life in order. Semi-structured is best. Hydro flask, or any other vacuum-insulated water bottle. Having cold water on hand really made me drink it more often, and I feel much better now. Wireless earphones. I now listen to several podcasts a day. I've learnt loads of new things and always have conversation topics to use. Portable blender. I work out just before work, so take it to the office with me. Mainly for protein shakes, it makes them taste actually okay, and sometimes I blend spinach and berries into it. 3-meter phone charging cable, life-changing. Used barbells and weights, second-hand gym equipment. Means I can work out whenever and don't have to drag myself to the gym, plus I don't feel self-conscious or interact with people. A $5 pre-owned leather belt I purchased at Value Village in 2009. I wear it every day. In 1989 I was out of a job. I went to the mall. For $30 I bought a book on D-Base coding. I got a pirated copy of D-Base from a friend. In a few weeks I was writing payroll programs. Have been making great money in IT since. An electric mattress warmer with dual controls. It fits directly on the mattress. Like a mattress protector. With the bottom sheet placed over it, the mattress warmer makes the bed warm and inviting, especially on cold nights. A good cast iron skillet. My pet bunny rabbit. She cost only $29.95, but she's priceless to me. For the last 7 years, she's created a reason to get up in the morning and have a schedule. She's my companion. She brought me a recurring smile and quiet company. Waterpick. Saved me thousands in dentist bills. No more excessive amounts of chewing gum, root canals and bleeding gums. Screw this entire thread. I have bought an espresso machine and a kettle. Edit. Holy hell. I went to sleep right after posting and woke up to my phone sizzling with notifications. Thanks for the silver and other awards. A knife. For cooking. A meat thermometer. No more guessing internal temps. Perfectly cooked food every time. Edit. Thanks everyone for the upvotes and the award. As some have mentioned, you get what you pay for when it comes to a thermometer. Don't buy the absolute cheapest one you can. Silk pillowcase. I often go to bed with wet hair and when I wake up it's smooth and bouncy. Also less breakage and less fallout in the shower and on my brush. Birth control pills, always knowing when I'll be getting my period, and it's shorter and lighter with less cramps. Practically free and has vastly improved my life. Front clipping dog harness. For my dog. Eliminated pulling and is comfortable for the pup. Makes our walks relaxed and pleasant. Blackout curtains. A box of extension cords that are only about 30 centimeters long. You know how when you plug a big AC adapter into the wall and it covers up the sockets next to it? These move the block off of the outlet so you can still access all of the sockets. A small coffee pot I keep by my bedside. I prep my coffee mug, put milk in a cooler bag, etc. the night before, and then when my alarm goes off in the morning all I have to do is lean over and hit the switch. I snooze for 10 more minutes before my pot is ready. No more dragging myself out of bed into a freezing kitchen and tinkering for 10 minutes with the French press before I'm back in bed with my cup. It's a small thing that has turned my mornings from a hassle into a source of joy. American here and recently got an electric kettle. Used to just microwave water. This is a game changer for not just tea but so many more things. Oatmeal, pasta, sous vide up to temp. Use it more than expected. Edit. Clarification. I don't drink a lot of tea. Maybe 1 to 2 cups week, mainly at the office when I was there, although more post kettle purchase. We were gifted some Creo brew for Xmas, which lead us to using a French press again. Side note, Creo brew is like coffee but it's cacao grounds and is amazing. This lead to boiling water in a pot and then getting an electric kettle. The only time I'd microwave water is for 1 cup of tea, approximately 10 per year at home. So is this where BuzzFeed gets the material for all its clickbaity articles? I think it was $55. But a cheap generic drawing tablet to do all my university notes and assignments digitally. For the first time all my notes are organized and I don't have a backpack full of loose papers. Foam roller. A bike helmet. Crashes are inevitable if you bike often enough in a city. When I had my first hard crash, my bike helmet was the difference between being bruised and sore and having to pay for hundreds and hundreds of dollars in emergency dental work. Your face, teeth, and brain are worth the investment. Asterisk for the ask of how a helmet saved my teeth. Think about what it looks like to smack your face off the pavement. Now think of the protrusion of a helmet from your forehead. When you hit the ground face first, the helmet takes the brunt of the collision, not your nose and teeth. Without the helmet, it's just pure face to pavement. And you're not coming out of that with a good smile. My IUD. A pair of $25 blue light canceling reading glasses. I have to spend almost all day at the computer for college, so it's nice to go to bed without a headache or feeling like my eyes are burning. My dog. $40 at the animal rescue. Instant best friend. I do have to pay for food and occasionally the vet, but he's definitely worth the upkeep costs. A little slide you put on the toothpaste tube to squeeze it out. Weighing scale. Primarily for coffee brewing but has been useful when experimenting with stuff in the kitchen. Alarm clock. Just as alarms better than my phone. Extended mousepad, so much freedom especially when playing video games with low sense. Cheap wireless gaming mouse, no wires. Extra buttons turned out to be more useful than I expected. Crockpot. Started in the morning and food is ready in the evening. A clock that projects to the ceiling. I thought it would have been gimmicky. And now I can't imagine life without it. Therapy light box. For the dark, gray winters here in the Midwest, it makes a real difference in your mental health to sit in front of it while online or having a cup of coffee. It simulates sunlight and encourages vitamin D production. Definitely check one out. $26 metal litter scooper. I have a Pride of 3 and that scoop changed a 15-minute litter job into 180 seconds, I kid you not. If you have multiple cats and thus many boxes. Spring for a non-plastic scoop. FYI, it should be 1.5 boxes per cat. A handheld vacuum. I use a cane sometimes because I have city joints and back pain that leaves me unable to walk well sometimes. Doctor verdict is I'm fine, which is weird since the last doctor said I have spondylosis. But anyway, I found a hiking cane with shock absorption from Cabela's of all places. It's fantastic. It's the best cane I've ever had. It has a comfortable cork handle, fully adjustable height, a basket for the end of it and replaceable feet, and the foot can be removed to turn it into a regular metal-tipped hiking stick. And it was only $25. I will never use another cane. A set of really good drawing pencils. I took a chance, and after practicing with them I now make a living as an artist. Imager, Gallery KUQFPCA. Body glide. No more chafing after long runs. A bidet attachment for my toilet. Fresh out of the shower, level of clean ass every time. And it literally paid for itself within 6 to 12 months by lowering the TP consumption in my house. Satisfier. Well, I've definitely spent more than $50 since opening this thread. A small hand truck I got from Sam's for $34 about 20 years ago. A boot dryer. If you work long hours in steel toe boots, I highly recommend it, especially if you have super sweaty feet like I do. We'll dry those boots out overnight and make them slightly warm like they just came out of the dryer for only 20 bucks. Belt sander. I've found a love for woodworking. Drastically improved my mood, life in general. A hamper with 3 different bags. I do colors, whites, and dedicates. Never have to sort again. A tile. My phone finds my keys and my keys find my phone. I used to have panic attacks when I lost my phone, which happened every few days. No more. The tile. In Brazil, 50 United States dollars is a lot of money. 264 Brazilian reals. 55 in local money, real. I need a new knives for the kitchen. This money is sufficient to buy new knives. I'm training my English, sorry my mistakes. Squatty potty. Antidepressants. A really comfy pajama. Spotify Premium. I've used it at least once a day for the past 4 years. Worth every cent. I buy my prescription glasses online through Zenni, and they've always turned out great. I just bought 4 pairs, with anti-glare and shipping, at about $15 each. My mom is an optician, and when I first started getting them she was pissed that they were undercutting lens shops so much and was convinced the lens would be off. She checks and adjusts every pair I get, and I have yet to have an incorrect script. It's a la carte. So I think the most I've ever paid with all the bells and whistles were for a pair of mirrored sunglasses, and that was $65. The last time I bought optical shop glasses I think I paid $350. And those were name brand but basic plastic lens with anti-glare. Edit. Luxottica is an evil monopoly and their price gouging can suck my left nutsack. I'll do you one better. $4. A latch for the gate on the kitchen. Previously it was an annoying little eyelet hook that we were constantly fiddling with. It resulted in some dropped food and eventually not caring enough. So the dogs kept getting in the trash. $4 later I'm amazed at the difference in life quality, lol. Seriously though. A pitcher. $1.25 from Daiso. Before then my wife and I would always fight over whether the Brita should be warm or cold. After that we just pour some filtered water into the pitcher, keep it in the fridge, and leave the Brita out. No more fights. It's also great for serving beverages when we have company over. My favorite recent under $50 purchase that made my life better: an electric kettle. Every time I use it, I pat myself on the back for finally getting around to purchasing one. Slow cooker. 20 don't know how I lived without it. Epsom salt and pumice stone. Less than $5 total. Do a weekly cleanse with your feet for 30 minutes in warm water and rub your feet with that stone. Your feet feel much better and softer. Rice cooker. Dinner was never easier. Might sound stupid, but menstrual cup. I am saving money and it is way more comfortable than pads or tampons. Condoms. I wouldn't have had the opportunities. Bluetooth headphones. Now I can listen to music while I'm working without any cables getting in the way. Thanks, JBL. A white noise machine. Considering I love with a bunch of people, it blocks out a ton of noise and lets me sleep soundly. Best $30 purchase ever. Slow close toilet seats. I wish I had installed them 10 years ago. A gap cover. For the space between the cooker and the counter. No more swearing at the bit of food that escapes down there. And more importantly, no more having to pull the cooker out to rescue it. A dashcam. I always say a dashcam is like a plunger. If you wait to buy one until you need it, it's already too late. Having that extra insurance that if something happens you will have proof to cover yourself is everything. You also get to record some crazy stuff when driving around and be able to show it to your friends. The birth control I used with my ex. NSFW without a doubt. The Hitachi magic wand that I got on sale for $45.99 United States dollars. It was my first toy and has served me well for 8 years. Over 800 orgasms and counting. Xbox One controller. I usually play single player, so the trade-off between the better ergonomics and the extra precision of mouse and keyboard is worth it. Makes my gaming sessions so much better and comfortable. PS. Before ya PC purists jump at me, I concede that nothing comes close to the precision of mouse and keyboard for FPS and RTS genre, but I rarely play these genres in multiplayer. Against dumb computer AI. A controller will do. Computer mouse. Using the touchpad thingy on a laptop really isn't convenient, and a mouse is 69x more practical. A mask to hide my ugliness. I feel super confident nowadays. I have misophonia, and after grousing about needing an anti-hearing aid to dull my very sensitive hearing, my wife bought me these. The calmer, stress-reducing in-ear device. Now we can eat in the same room without insane aggression, stress responses to chewing noises. It brought me to tears the first time I used them because I felt so peaceful, and so did she. It might not work for everyone, but they were incredible for me. A Lamy Safari fountain pen. I'd only ever been writing with those cheap, skinny ballpoint pens and had sit handwriting because of how my hand shakes if I have to tighten it too much. The Safari is the perfect width and weight, and I can read what I write again. Cast iron pans. I threw out all my Teflons and learned a whole new dimension of cooking. De-icer spray for my car windshield. Frocking incredible stuff. My cat and my squatty potty. Both were $25 each. To be enjoyed separately. SSD. For my laptop. A $10 smart plug. I plugged it into my electric blanket, and now my bed is scheduled to preheat 10 minutes before I get into bed. Socks. An extensive set of measuring cups and spoons. Drastically changed my baking results. Lube. My robe. I can't believe people still live life without one of those things. Have roommates but don't wanna put on pants? Robe. The shower leaving you cold after getting out? Robe. Just cold. Robe. And there's even towel robes so that you can dry without scratching up against your skin in case the soft ones seem counterproductive. Ratcheting belt. Best purchase of 2020. And I was not expecting it to be at all. I'm in rural MN in the backwoods. Old house. Mosquitoes find their way in via the old windows and on us and the dog. This added with the open plan of the house and us sleeping in what is basically a loft makes sleeping unharassed by the little bastards difficult. A $15 bug net that drapes nicely over the whole bed like a tent from the peak of the ceiling was a huge game changer. In the same order online. We also got a memory foam topper that was like $25. Altogether, $40 has made for the best sleep I've gotten in years. Bidet. A daily, weekly planner. Having your necessary tasks for the week divided up between each day and written down clearly in front of you is very helpful and a lot less chaotic and stressful. The little pop thing on the back of my phone. USB-C car charger. Can charge my phone from brink of death to 80+% just in my morning commute. Never have to wait hours to fully charge, and can also give a quick 20% boost in a matter of minutes. An air purifier helped my asthma so much. A light therapy lamp. I haven't had this much energy and motivation in years. Edit. This article helps to understand the mechanisms and concept of light therapy. Mayo Clinic. Org tests procedures. Light therapy. About PAC 20384604. Pressure cooker. I was low on cash. With about $80 to last me a few weeks until my first check, spent $45 on a pressure cooker, and I was able to quickly cook dried beans and rice in less than an hour each, whereas I'd have to dedicate several beforehand. A $30 thermos. My workplace no longer allows communal or individual kettles, and I refuse to use the same Keurig as everyone else right now. Don't ask why the Keurig is allowed but the kettle isn't, it makes no sense to me either. The thermos keeps water really hot from 7:00 until at least 1 p.m. and I can have hot fresh tea at work. My dog. $12 rescue and the most incredible soul on earth. And yes, she's not an item, but I regularly tell her she's the best $12 I have ever spent. A free school agenda app. I'm only 17, so I know it's probably not much to most adults, but honestly it's helped a lot. It tells me when my next class is about to start, which is great since I'm going online. I get to keep track of teachers, classes, and work, all that. I can say when a due date is months in advance. Even if IRL school it was impossible to remember my assignments just off the top of my head. But even now I've gotten homework and tests without teachers reminding me a lot more. I've always had an agenda all my school life that I can remember. But instead of having to buy a new one every year, I just reuse the same one with unlimited writing space too. Does it count if I got it on Black Friday sale for just under $50? Sous vide cooker. So much easier to cook meat without overcooking or undercooking it. And some of the best steaks I have ever made. Chromecast. Habit journal. And Tao Te Ching. My garlic press. I don't have to peel garlic. I just put a glove in it and press. Boom garlic. My cats. I got them for free, and they improved my mental health. Sure, I spent more than $50 on them, but it was the best thing I ever gotten in my life. Edit. Sorry guys. Here they are. Imager. Comp Gallery XMLLZQO. 14p noodles saved my ass as a student. This jar opener. Sneaky MVP in my kitchen for the last 10 years. Pampered Chef. Shop, kitchen plus tools, food plus prep, jar plus opener, 2677. But tea dish. No more cold butter. Always smearable. Edit. Honestly, people, I get taking your environment for granted. But just a small thought about how humanity made it without electricity opens up a world of true, real world knowledge. Butter is older than the fridge. Yo. Motion sensing light switch for the laundry room. Hands full. No problem. Tiny space heater for my bathroom. Makes getting ready for work on cold winter mornings bearable.